welcome to Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm Quierra of the Plug. We are here live at ACC Kick-Off Media Day with none other than the great
Vashti, Carolina Blitz, and we were just talking about how day 2, we've been here for 2 days. Day 2 was kind of a bit livelier than day 1.
It was. I think it was a greater presence of media was here, and I think that's because of Clemson.
Yeah, I mean, Clemson is the granddaddy right now of the ACC, and Dabo is kind of like the granddaddy of Clemson, and so it was just a different vibe today.
It was more lively, it was more upbeat, it was more, the players had a bit more personality. It was a really great day too. I think they may have heard our cries for a more lit kickoff.
Lit. Which player was lit to you?
I love Jermaine Pratt of NC State. He talked about more than football. He talked about how he went through adversity, his mother raising 3 boys by herself, how watching his brother play football inspired him to be even better, and how he's even working a summer camp this summer with kids and teaching them football, and just a really great guy that talked about more than football. So I
brought back the unconventional questions. If you remember from last year, this has kind of been our thing with Carolina Blitz. So I can't wait to share with you guys some of the answers about what the guys are listening to, who they want to have their back in a scuffle.
Well, you weren't here. She was out watching LeBron's son without me. Listen, but I had a player that actually said he's an old school guy. He listens to Mary J. Blige and Jodeci.
Somebody said that last year.
And I was like, okay. And he's like a baby. So it's interesting to see Jodeci in a locker room with a bunch of 21-year-olds. Miami was talking about their whole swag chain and their U chain, and they're bringing it back bigger than ever. So I don't think anyone in college football is going to be able to top that.
Can you imagine, how's it going to be bigger than ever? How is it
It's already a real chain at that. It's a real Cuban link.
I didn't know it was.
It's a real Cuban link chain.
That's so hot. Maybe he's going to bling it out.
They have to.
I mean, I don't know, but I'm really interested to see as a rival what Florida State is going to do, because apparently they may have something for us. So look out for that. I don't know. What about North Carolina? The comments... he kind of that made media. Made the media.
Yeah, it did. If you didn't or wasn't aware of what Coach Larry Fedora, he stated that football wasn't, I don't want to say verbatim, but it wasn't linked to CTE, and that whenever players sign up for football, they're fully aware of the repercussions and things that happen within it. So,
so if football declines, so will America. So it's let's make football great again, right?
Absolutely. It sounds very Trumpish. We don't know Fedora's political alignment, but from what it sounded like, it was very, for him to have black players, it didn't give great dialogue to me.
Yeah, I mean, I think it gave everyone pause, and it was a little tone deaf.
Absolutely.
But if they went on the field, people won't be talking about this in November.
But I do think, like you said, Cameron, and you kind of compared the two, how sometimes Fedora says things, it doesn't really mean it the way that it comes out, which I'm sure that he's thinking now how he could have worded a lot of that differently.
Well, he pulled some writers to the side to clarify the remarks, and he basically doubled down.
I'm sure.
But he doubled down on what he said. So it will be interesting now with North Carolina State kind of running North Carolina to see what the Tar Heels are going to do and what Duke is going to do. I think Duke has been kind of because it's such a basketball school, everything that they do well in football is kind of like a bonus. But UNC legit has expectations for their football team. And Fedora may not acknowledge that he's on the hot seat, but his seat is scorching. It's scorching.
He's sitting on Satan's lap, essentially, and I think it's fans and the school alike. And it's kind of weird seeing how UNC has transitioned into this football school. During the season, I've seen the popularity grow, and they want more from UNC because I think UNC has this expectation. We are a winning school. Now that the NCAA cloud is done, they're good to go. I think it's time for them to get back in that rhythm of winning again.
I agree. But it's been a great 2 days. Thanks for rocking with us. Make sure you're following us on social media. Log in to CarolinaBlitz.com. Follow Carolina Blitz on Instagram at Carolina Blitz. Follow me on Twitter at Vashti and
at QUIERRA. @KA_LUCK on all social media platforms, and all of this will be on Carolina Blitz. So we are plugged into Carolina Blitz the entire weekend. It was great. Thank you for having me.
Listen, it's been a pleasure. Keep blitzing.